I got a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer and he told me like, hey, you need to decide what are your line in the sand that you will or will not do. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be myself. Yeah. That's it. And he goes, well, then you need to protect your own anonymity and we'll put that in the contract, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I just assumed that I would just be myself and I would wear my own clothes or whatever. Yeah. But if it wouldn't have been in the contract, I would have been screwed. Oh, yeah. They could have had you dressed like a clown. Day one of filming, or day before filming, the stylist came in and took me in the wardrobe and said, hey, here's what we got for you. And they had some fucking bullshit. They had some like tattered, you know, fake torn, you know, I hate fake tears. Yeah. Like I wear clothes that are worn out, but I wore them out. I don't wear clothes that are fake worn out like you get at Abercrombie or some shit. But they had like some unacceptable. They had some fake worn out pearl snaps. Yeah. And the crinkled up straw cowboy hat. Yeah. And some jeans with some little twirly-doos on them. Like, you're from Texas, you're gonna be cowboy chic. And I'm like, oh, no way. Like, I'm not wearing that. Right. And they had some boots. I'm like, Yeah. And they wanted me to wear shoes that weren't red. And it's a whole nother story we've talked about before. But I don't wear shoes that aren't red. Yeah. And that's a no-go. That was one of the most mind-blowing things to me, you know, when every morning when we would wake up before filming, watching all these contestants get dressed, I thought to myself, man, some of you look like idiots. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess to me, that's selling out. And that's the thing that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to sell out. And to me, being something that you're not, that's selling out. And I mean, it doesn't mean going on a TV show or if you're doing something for money isn't selling out. No. Doing something you don't believe in for money is selling out. There was lots of crazy stuff that happened on there. I remember the first night that we went to bed, they put us in these single cots, and I thought to myself, man, here I am, been married for 10 years. I got a fucking badass sleep number at my house, and I'm stuck in this podunk ass horrible bed. So I remember putting a message into Andrea and being like, dude, I need a mattress topper or I gotta go home. So the next day, 18 mattress toppers come, everybody gets these mattress toppers, and people are like, Kruseman, how are you getting all this done? I'm like, you just gotta demand it. And then I remember going into the shower the first day, thinking to myself, I was the 7th guy that went into the shower, and I know that somebody jerked off in there, and there was no way that I was going to stand. So you said, well, I'll be number 8. No, I said, can you give me some flip-flops? So for shower shoes, a case of flip-flops came. I realized really fast that they would give us whatever we wanted, you know? Well, they got to keep you happy to a certain extent. No matter who wins, people are going to somebody go back in the season and find the flaw that they did and say, how does this guy win? He sucks. Yeah. And I was like, well, I can explain it to you. Yeah. But for your example, you did probably one of the worst portraits. Hands down. Hands down, the worst tattoo I've ever done in my life. One of the worst portraits. On top of the fact that, like, I'm pretty sure I had PTSD for like 3 years after that, because I would get like emails of people wanting to get portrait tattoos. Was everywhere, dude. So bad. I mean, people sent it to me. Hundreds of people sent it to me and like, this is your fucking boy, you know what I mean? And it was it was everywhere. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I'll say this. You tattooed, it was a terrible portrait. Yeah. But it was tattooed well. Yes. Yes. If in your season, Portrait Challenge would have been 3 episodes later in the season, you would have went home on that portrait. Oh, 100%. 100%. And so that's the tricky thing about Ink Masters. You could take the same 18 people and put them in the same challenges, but just put them in different orders, and a different person will win. Right. And one thing that a lot of people don't know too is there was a challenge where Chris Blinston and St. Mark, which in my opinion were the 2 people that I was really afraid of on there, because they were very talented tattoo artists. Yes. They were going to have to do some kind of challenge the next day. It was a Sacred Heart that we all designed, and I had realized over the process of filming the show that St. Mark was like a Jack Daniels fan. He drank Jack Daniels. So I asked one of the producers, like, hey, could you get us a couple bottles of Jack Daniels, and can I get a jug of apple juice? And the guy's like, yeah, okay, cool. So
I take a bottle of Jack Daniels and I go into the bathroom and I pour the whole thing out and I fill it up with apple juice and I put it over by my bed and I give St. Mark a bottle of apple juice and we all hang out all night and party and we're taking shots of Jack Daniels.
Wait, you give him the Jack Daniels?
Yeah, and I'm just taking shots of apple juice.
So you give him Jack Daniels, you have apple juice.
Yeah, a lot of us were drinking the apple juice. He was drinking the...
But he didn't know.
No, because we all wanted him to go home. So the next day, he wakes up and he is so fucking hungover, dude. And we're like, yeah, dude, this is gonna work. You know what I mean? And sure enough, he fucking went home.